guys, it's Logo 722 from Lent RC here. I am by myself, but eventually we're going to see kind of how it plays out. But I'm going to go ahead and unbox whatever's in this box. I bet, if you've seen the last video, well, not the last video, there's actually 3 videos we put up recently, but the first of the 3 videos was the update for future videos and such. And you might know, yeah, I kind of talked about it a little bit, and if you caught there at the end, Spyro kind of blurted something out in a cough blurt, or whatever you want to call it. And if you heard that, and you actually believed him, then you know what's in the box. There's a little slip here, says prepaid by Traxxas. Oh, there you go. Well, let's just take the paper off and show the beauty of this magnificent beast. Now, I've wanted one of these for quite some time, but never had the money, nor the, well, never had the money to buy one until recently. So finally, I ordered the Traxxas E-MAXX Brust Edition. So now that I've pulled the box out of the box, just like normal, from Traxxas, there's a box inside of a box. Here we have the unscathed, factory sealed box with the brushed E-MAXX in it. As soon as I find my razor, we'll go ahead and slice this thing open. Right like that. There we go. Now that we got the box out of the plastic, I'll say that again, now that we got the box out of the plastic, which is super loud when you're unboxing, now let's take and cut the box open again. I tell you, when you get these, it's almost like security with tape. Like a kindergartner's security. The more tape you have on it, the more secure it is. Not necessarily, it's just a struggle to get into. But if it gets here, I can't complain too much. So, ooh. Oh man, you take off the styrofoam, you see that? Oh. I'll tell you, this is my first unboxing in a long time. I didn't even record or think about my my wrestler when I was unboxing it. I just simply took it out and played. My SST, I didn't even open the box. As a matter of fact, the friend I was with when we purchased it opened it so we could get the batteries charging on the way home. This is the first time I've actually unsealed and cracked open a factory sealed box from Traxxas. And honestly, you might think I'm weird, but it smells amazing. Because there's nothing like that new car smell. But, of course, here you have the transmitter. Always comes in this fancy little packaging. We will cut the tape on it. This is actually better than my other transmitter because it's exactly the same in every way. Just like this. And I know you're in a bad lighting in this area, but it's the same in every way as this one right here. Except on the back, there is the spot for the Bluetooth module, which makes it to where you can Bluetooth to your device instead of having to have an iPhone 4 or 3 or something. So, I'm going to end up putting the base on the new one just to have a holder for my phone, and I will get the Bluetooth module for everything, and I will actually bind the new transmitter to my wrestler because it's multi-memory. But right here is the beast. I didn't think that would be connected. The front skid plate is not connected to the front bumper, which I didn't hear anything of it being connected. But anyway, here's your big bag of parts. We'll get to that in just a second. And there's nothing but another piece of styrofoam in the back box there. But right here is this beautiful, beautiful thing. Huge, huge tires, 4-wheel drive. The size of the drive shafts and axles is actually just astonishing. But huge, huge wheels. The Chevron tires from Traxxas, honestly, I think are some of the best tires for it. And I'm just hoping you're getting all of this. It's going to be a terrible video. But absolutely amazing. Looks like I'm going to have another use for those giant clips I bought. Bought some for replacements on the Wrestler and they were way too big. Get this off the body. Now, one thing I do like about what Traxxas has done, they've actually made it to where you can choose the color of the model you buy. So, I chose the red and black because I just love the way red and black comes together. And that is a beautiful, beautiful body. Really is. Very clean and nice, huge, just like the truck. So, yes, definitely ready to get that running. A couple of the clips, that's the size of my thumb. Yeah, they're much bigger than the ones I use on the Wrestler. So, looks like we'll be going back to a standard type deal. Now that is also beautiful. Wow. That is amazing. We have two Titan 550 size motors to drive this thing along the ground. And then the ESC itself is actually set up in series. Let me see if I can't get this tag off. I'm going to stop going too close to the camera. I don't want you to miss out on anything. Here's your warnings. But here we have the ESC. And it's an ID ESC. And it's hooked up in series. But I will have to test and see. I'm not sure that one battery can actually run the ESC without, you know, plugging it up in a different way. So I've actually done some preparations. I've constructed this right here, which is an adapter. Pretty much it's a battery lead that I took and I cut off and I soldered the two wires together in the back, so that way it actually pretty much shorts the connector out. When you plug it in, it just sends the power across the connector so that you can use one battery on a series connector or something like that. In this case, I don't think you can use one connector without having something else done with the other one. And in my part, I have a bunch of 4-cell batteries. I don't have enough 2-cell batteries to put them in series on this and run it like that for 4-cell. So I had to think of something. So I thought of that and figured it up. Here's some more paper stuck behind the battery when they put it in. And now, one of my other favorite parts about this truck, I say one of my favorite parts, but the whole truck's part of my favorite because I've been wanting one of these forever. But super easy installation on the battery. Now, of course, I won't be using these very often, possibly not at all. I will, however, use them. I'm going to get these charged up and I'm going to give you guys a quick review and a run. First thing out of the box, absolutely nothing will be changed except for the voltage on the batteries. That's because I'm going to charge them. But I will boot it up, get everything set up right, and we'll show you what it's like just out of the box to see how it is. But this is beautiful. Let me go ahead and just stick that back in there for now. We will stick this back in here. Just like that. That was easy. Now to look at the servos. I know if you guys have seen any videos whatsoever on reviews on this thing, you know exactly how it's all put together, but still we've got the Traxxas 2056 size servos. Two of them in dual together running to turn these tires, and they're fantastic. Again, about the tires, I just, you know, it's easy to fall in love with something this magnificent. And I actually already have some upgraded parts, which is the drive shafts and axles. All the way around, constant steel axles. So, I've got those to put on it already. But so far the suspension is pretty nice. It seems like it doesn't dampen very much. But, you know, that's just stock. But we'll see what it does when we run it. So anyway, real quickly, I'm going to move on to the bag of parts. So you can kind of see what all's in that. And, I'll kind of show you. Like I've said before, you probably already know exactly what's in everything with these, and many of you probably have already had an E-MAXX, and this is probably boring the heck out of you, but I'm excited, so I might as well hope that you're excited about it too. Couple of 6-cell battery spacers, not going to use those. I don't use anything but LiPos nowadays. Here's your other spur gear. For higher speeds, which I might actually install, because who knows? This truck kind of looked kind of slow on YouTube. Here's a DC in-car battery charger, so if I did want to keep at least one of the batteries, the nickel metals that it came with, I could have this in the truck and charge those on the road. Here's your bag of wrenches and all that kind of stuff, which will be nice because I've kind of been shortchanged on the ones in there in my toolbox already. Toss those on the floor. Here's some shock spacers, pistons, and stoppers in this bag, just like every other model that comes from Traxxas. Here's a bunch more body clips, which is great. I have to keep on to those. Toss them on the floor on the other pile. Some decals, which I probably won't put many of these on either. But, hey, it's there, just in case you do. Poster board, parts magazine, and here's, oh no, yeah, here's a catalog sheet. Looks like a small catalog. And then you have the manual for it, which is beautiful. Absolutely wonderful. So, this has been the unboxing of the Traxxas E-MAXX. I'm going to throw those batteries on the charger right now, and we'll get them charged up, and we'll see you out. Well, here we are outside. Finally got the batteries to charge up, and that sound coming up behind you is the beast itself. Running everything stock, 2 nickel metal hydride 7-cell flat batteries in series with the EVX2. This beast is ready to go. I'm going to trim out the steering and we're going to see what it can really take here. First run ever, the Traxxas E-MAXX brushed edition. Let me get you kind of pointed in the right way so maybe you can see it. I'll do my best with the camera. Let me trimming the steering. Get it centered pretty well. That looks good. Not bad. That suspension's really working. You can see the torque of the truck right there and how undampened and how weak the suspension is to the torque, yet it's perfect for the truck itself, honestly. I hope you can see it really well. I may go ahead and take it right over here. Use my one-handed driving technique. Sorry, I kicked the camera stand. And this truck is fully waterproof, so to say, from Traxxas. So it shouldn't hurt it to go through puddles and such. A lot of people do. It's one of the muddin' trucks, so we'll angle you that way. We'll see what we can tear up now. Woo! And you've seen the first roll. And it took it like a champ. Driving it off of the camera, sorry. And to be honest, you know, I said that it looked kind of slow on YouTube. Even with these nickel metal hydride batteries, the top speed being about, I'd say 20 miles an hour, 25 maybe. If you're lucky, you might hit 30 with this. It's really not that bad. There's a bunch of geese passing overhead. Almost scared me there for a second. Woo! Got a stoppie there. And just so you guys know, this is my first 10th scale, so to say, 4-wheel drive truck. I've had the 16th scale Boss 302 Mustang from Traxxas, and as you know, I've purchased the Trax SST, which is 4-wheel drive. But this is my first big rig that's 4-wheel drive, so I'm very, very happy so far. This thing is absolutely amazing. It's a monster, and my review of it so far is it is a good truck to have. Now, when you're bashing, you may run into quite a few different things, but I mean, a few upgraded parts, and this thing is about as durable as a tank. So, I mean, the bulkheads, for one thing, people have said they've struggled with those. They do seem to look kind of cheap, honestly. But, you know, I mean, you can buy Integy Cells aluminum bulkheads. So you can easily upgrade the bulkheads to be able to get the durability you really want to out of this truck. Oh! Well, I'm not the self-stabilized or self-riding Traxxas thing, I'll tell you that. Hard enough, it begins to ride itself with its momentum. It's got a pretty tight turn radius, plenty of power. It really is a great truck so far. So, yep, there you go again. A little bit of durability there. Yep, that's one flaw so far. If you're hauling butt, you really got to watch your braking, because if you brake just too hard, it will flip it over easily. It's very easy to do. I'm so used to the Rustler being rear-wheel drive. I throw on the brakes with it and turn around, do all sorts of crazy stuff. But with this thing, it's just... you really have to watch the brakes. But all in all, this truck is a great vehicle. Now, when you look at the price, you might think, okay, you can get that for that much money. This thing was about $505, including the shipping. You know, that's everything. To get the truck sent to your house is $504.90 something. So about $500 for this. And if you really wanted to, you can actually upgrade the brushed motors to brushless for about $172. I found on Amazon a Hobby Wing 8th scale motor. 150 amp ESC with a 2000 kV motor. That is still more torque, 4-pole motor. It's pretty much the Mamba Monster from Castle, but at half the cost. And not only that, but I'm pretty sure, and I'm thinking about doing this, but I probably won't. You could probably mount 2 of those on here and hook the ESCs up in series with that. So you could definitely figure something out that way, and it would be pretty awesome. But this thing brushless would be insanely powerful, and you definitely have to watch your braking then. But this truck, all in all, brushed, is a fantastic rig. So my review of the Traxxas E-MAXX Brushed Edition is maybe not for your first vehicle, and it's not as affordable as some others, but when you actually get the truck, it is fantastic. You will see more videos of this. As of right now, this is the end. So I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope you liked the review. I hope it helped you out if you're trying to decide if you wanted to buy this truck or not. But anyway, this is Logo 722 with Lance RC, signing out. We'll see you soon.